Fake active shooting calls forced Ohio schools to lock down, causing chaos. Tonight, there are questions about the safety plans for Central Ohio students. Today, teachers and students returned to Lincoln Valley High School for the very first time since that hoax last week. Good evening. I'm Andrew Kinsey.
And I'm Yolanda Harris. 10 TV's Lacey Chris spoke with the school superintendent today. She asked what needs to be done to address some key concerns after Friday's events.
I'm standing in the middle school parking lot. The elementary school and the high school are just down the road. There's only one road that connects all three of these buildings. The superintendent tells me that was the biggest issue on Friday. The logjam from all the parents who rushed to come get their kids, understandably.
It is swatting, and it is a quote-unquote hoax. The only thing that was a hoax was the call. Everything else was real. And the emotion that people experience.
As soon as word spread about a possible active shooter at Licking Valley, parents rushed to the school to see their kids. Some parents parked on the side of the road nearly a mile away, walking to their kids' school.
It's impossible to tell parents not to come. We'd like it to be in an orderly manner, but part of that is the beauty of our community. They want to be there. They want to see their children.
With only one road between the schools, traffic soon backed up. Cell phone towers were overwhelmed and messages were hard to get or send.
How do you alleviate that? What happens now?
Yeah, that's where we need the help, right? That's the secondary response, because we are, as a smaller district with limited, just limited people, we're not going to do that. We're dealing with the crisis at hand, and that's where I think local law enforcement will help us with that.
First of all, they might not even be able to get the ambulances in, and then how are they going to get the ambulances out? And so I understand what parents are thinking. I think the same way.
Gary Segrist owns Safeguard Risk Solutions, a company that helps schools and businesses plan for events like Fridays. He says with Uvalde school shooting so fresh in parents' minds, it's understandable why so many rush to the schools.
The officers in our communities are prepared and trained, and we have leadership who understands what they're supposed to do.
Superintendent Scott Beery says the students did exactly as they had practiced and moved to safety until law enforcement swept the buildings and gave the all clear.
They did what they were trained to do. It breaks my heart that they have to be trained to do that, but they responded exactly as we would want them to do.
And the school district will have a debrief. The sheriff's office will have their own debrief of the incident. Then the two groups are going to come together to see if there are any changes they need to make to their plans. At the Licking Valley Schools, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
Now this morning on Wake Up C-Bus, we spoke with Dr. Amy Klanger, who is an expert in school threats and crisis management. She says this fall, swatting reports have really increased, and they say the way schools can prevent them is by planning for them.
Because the reason these occur is because they create chaos and anxiety. And the more we can anticipate it, the more we can plan ahead, the more effective the response is going to be, and the more those threats will start to drop.
The advice: every school should have a communication plan in place.